John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and I'm just out here in the garage. I'm stitching a slip right here for a gentleman, and it's a fold over slip. I got to stitch this side and the back side there. Just thought I'd talk to you a little bit face forward and just show you what I'm up to. I've got some knives to show you, and then also just thought I'd do some stitching here. Thought that would be kind of cool and relaxing here to do that. For those of you that don't know about a saddle stitch, that's what I do. I've got needles on both ends of the thread, and I've got, these are the holes here. This is a fold up slip style, and just take this needle. These needles are strung through the hole so that they're even. You've got an even amount of thread on each side, and then I'm going to come and bring this needle through the left side. That's how I do it. And I'm going to take this needle and take that through the hole over here, loop it around on the other side and pull that through and pull this through at the same time. So that's how I do a saddle stitch. And I've done all this first part, and I can usually get going and get in a nice little groove, but yeah, pretty cool. So I just thought I'd stitch this slip and maybe talk to you a little bit. I'm going to have to switch over to the other side here in a minute. But I've got a couple knives here I've been carrying. The first one I think you saw in my last video was the Buck 301 Stockman. There it is right there. This is a trade for leather work from Zen Ali. Thank you, Zen. Appreciate that. You know, it's got the spade blade, or the that's a sheep's foot. Okay, there's a spade blade over here, and then that nice clip blade. Very great. That's a great size. As I mentioned in that last video, then also been carrying this Case 47 amber jig bone, and I got a great deal on this, and I just thought I'd just carry it. It's a stainless steel model, which I wish it was carbon, but you know, that's all right. I still really like stainless steel from Case. Sharp, rare, great size. And these two, of course, are the same size, Stockman. And then I picked up, just yesterday, a Ranger, not yesterday, day before, I should say, Ranger jackknife, USA Ranger. And this thing I got for $5, and it had some issues. It still has some issues. It's got some blade play on this clip point, unfortunately, but it's not too bad. I put it in a vise and worked on it, but I also cleaned it up some. I got to do a little more work on it, but it's got carbon steel blades. It's just awesome. Delrin handles, black Delrin handles. I was working on it and the stupid shield fell out, and I could not find that thing. I looked all over the garage. I was in the trash. I was everywhere trying to find this stupid shield for this $5 knife. I don't know why I spent so much time looking for it, but I did find it. So I glued it back in, and I had to glue this cover right here. So pretty cool find. I like the size and the fact that it's carbon steel. I mean, it's a good size Stockman. It is basically the same size as the 47. Whoop, there we go. Not used to this angle, sorry. So anyway, so about the same size. So there's that. And then I can't get this out of my pocket. The Bear and Son Electrician's knife with the hawkbill blade. I never dreamed that a hawkbill blade would be that useful, but it really is. And I actually carry this and then like a Stockman is what I've been carrying recently, and I really like that combination. And I just dropped this in my pocket. I don't even put it in a slip. It was a gift from Travis, the knife guy, Case Travis the case guy. Sorry, Travis. And so I just really enjoy this electrician's knife. Of course, it's got the hawkbill blade and then your standard electrician's blade there. So I showed that earlier. Project I got coming up is this one right here. It's a case, 1978 Stockman. And I'm going to be cleaning this up for my brother-in-law. And so it's got a broken tip here and needs a lot of, see it has no snap. I think I can bring that back, but this tip also is pretty chewed up. You can see that right there, right there. So I'm going to have to cut into that a little bit with a file and resharpen it and clean it up. This will be a fun project for him. So I really appreciate being able to do that. Yeah, so some knives I've been carrying. A couple other projects. I'll show you a couple projects. I haven't gotten to these yet. Oh, where'd you go? There it is. This is a Hammer brand Stockman, a little Stockman, Imperial Hammer brand. It's in great shape. I got it at the flea market. I haven't cleaned it up yet. So it's a project knife. And then also this Cub Scout. It's a Camillus. Yeah, Camillus USA. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, maybe you can right there. Camillus USA. A little Cub Scout knife. So those are a couple projects I got coming up. And then I'm doing some slips for this gentleman. Here's a couple more. I got the holes, punched. And then I got a little extra one here I miscut, but I got to make another one for him. So that'll be one for me to use for something or give away or something like that. So I'm doing these. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And just thought I'd come on here and say hello. We just had Thanksgiving. And it is a great time to be thankful, obviously, to think about all you're thankful for. And I sure am thankful for family and friends and for, just being so blessed here, in my life in general. So I guess I'm a little lost for words. It kind of gets me thinking a little bit. I probably don't. I don't know if I show gratitude as much as I should in some situations. I know I take for granted our blessings in this country and in my life in general. So, it's a good time to really think about that. I think yesterday being with family was really a blessing and reminded me of that as well. So I don't usually talk about that kind of stuff on my channel, just show you a bunch of knives and leather, but I thought I would say that. Just say, think of, things you're thankful for and make sure people know that. So I'm enjoying spending time with my family over these next few days and having some time off. That's a real blessing to be able to do that, and I don't want to take that for granted. So anyway, I'm thankful for coffee too, always. So, except when I'm out here doing leather work, especially when it's 28 degrees this morning. It's kind of chilly out here in the garage. It gets a little chilly. The coffee gets a little cold, but I like it. So, hopefully you're enjoying this type of video. We're going to switch this over to the other side. I won't make this too long. But, so at this point, I'm at the end, and I need to do the double stitch. So I'm going to come in from the right side. Just noticed I might have a little bed head here this morning, so sorry about that. Maybe I need to wear a hat when I do these videos in the morning. So I'm going to come in from this side. It's sometimes hard for me to see yeah, there it is, stitching hole. So I'm going to come in from this side, pull it tight. Then I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to go just behind the stitch over there through the same hole. Sometimes need some pliers to do that. Pull it tight, and then I'm going to do that again, like that. Pull this other end around. Pull it through. Make sure they're good and tight. Then I'm going to take this. This is the back side. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to push it through the hole and pull it tight. I've got both strings on one side. You can, I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I'm going to cut them off. I realize I'm not focused in on this close enough. You can do a little zooming with your camera to your phone to be able to see that more, but so then I'm going to cut them off. I just cut them off there at the end, and then find the ends. There we go. And I'm just going to meld them just a little bit. And I just press them down with my fingers. Then I'm going to turn this around on the other side. Put them in my stitching pony. This was made for me, this stitching pony. One of my, I guess a gift that, it's probably one of the best gifts anybody ever gave me on YouTube. And it was made by Walter. Walter, if you're watching, appreciate you, my friend. And he made this for me, and I just love it. I use it a lot. So it's one of those things that I just use a lot. And it really helps with the stitching. Some people prefer not to use a stitching pony, and that's okay. Whatever works for you. But I really like it. And I usually, so I'm switching over to the, putting the thread on here, and I always burn the eyes of the needle here a little bit to get the wax from the thread out of that needle hole. Makes it easier to thread the new piece. So, I guess maybe if it was cool, I'd be using my Zippo to do that, but it needs fluid. So I'm using this, I don't know, I got this real cheap, but anyway, cheap lighter. So we'll measure this out. I go about 5. Maybe a little more than 5 links of this. Probably have way too much. I'd rather have way too much than not enough. And then I cut that off there. Now I have to thread this, which is sometimes a little difficult. But I got that one in the first try. Then I'm going to stick the needle back through the other side here is what I'm doing. If you have thinner thread, that's a little bit tricky sometimes. This kind of comes with practice. Thread this one through, and it's going to be stubborn. Use my lighter again. It also gets that a little warm, and I think the thread goes through there just a little better sometimes that way. Yeah, it went through. Sorry, I can't really talk and do this at the same time. There we go. We got it. Move this around, my light. I'm going to make sure this is even. And then I can go. I hope I made that thread long enough. Now I'm going to loop this around. Pull that tight. And away I go. All right. All right. I'm going to finish that up. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I'm already at 15 minutes. In fact, I might cut a little bit of that out, but really appreciate you watching, and hope you're having a great, had a great holiday weekend. I don't know when this is going to post, probably afterwards. And hope you enjoyed just a little bit of shop talk here and seeing a few knives. So I don't know if did I show what else I carry? Yeah, I think I did. Maybe the Zippo, copper Zippo, the Olight i3T2EOS, and those other knives I've been carrying here recently. So pretty cool. But appreciate you all watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.